Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Hey everybody, Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. Glad you're with me. I am back. I feel like I've been in a time warp. You take a few days off and things get crazy in the world. Crazy good for us, in fact, but I'll get into that more in a second. But here's what I'll tell you about my time off. It was work. Slave labor, in fact. Moving. Have you ever moved? Have you ever moved black? Yeah, have you ever moved poor? That's second only to moving black. It is a chore. It is a chore I wish on nobody. You don't even realize how much crap you've accumulated until you've moved. Unless you are a hyper organized individual, which I'm not. I've got paper strewn all over the place in boxes. I mean, it's just like, just throw it all in there. My sister flew in to help. It's been crazy. Crazy, I tell you. And I'm not talking about moving, because there's white folks moving. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all moved that way. Your parents moved that way, didn't they? Admit it, you little white stooges. No, I'm kidding. Our producers look at me like, no, seriously. We're a team of experts. They come in and they pack, and all the glass is wrapped in stuff, and, you know, other types of cushions like little peanuts are stuffed into the thing to keep things from moving and being jostled about and what have you. Oh my gosh, they're responsible for the damages, not you. Man, you're lucky. Let me just put it to you this way. Moving is expensive. It's time consuming. It's almost better to let the experts do it. Experts. Did I say experts? I'm tired. I'm punch drunk. I'm just telling you, it is. I feel like I've been beaten down. Now this, I will tell you, moving in 100+ degree weather is a workout. And even if you're just carrying boxes, I didn't wear my Fitbit, but I should have been wearing it. It was uncharged and I didn't feel like wearing it. But I'm telling you, I put some calories in, some work, some ergs for you engineers out there. I put some work in. Oh my gosh. I've been having trouble with my right wrist, and no jokes out there, fellas. No jokes. Having trouble with my right wrist because I tried to teach my kid how to do a pop-up flip from your back. And I jacked my wrist up, and it's just starting to heal. And then what do I have to move? I got to move. I gave it away early. What did I have to do? I had to move. Move to Arizona. Anyway, it's been an amazing thing. And I'll tell you something else. You ever driven a big truck? I'm not talking a pickup. I'm talking about a diesel where you have to put diesel fuel and DEF. You know what DEF is? Yeah, I don't either, but it's another type of fuel. It's an additive that you have to put into a diesel truck. And diesel trucks don't move as fast as your car, even if you got a crappy car, especially when it's got a full load. And I'm going to tell you, when you move from one state to the next state, you have to consider what you're willing to leave behind sometimes. Luckily for me, I have, the house, and it's getting renovated and all that. But it's been crazy. Crazy, I tell you. It's been crazy for you too. Anybody go see an Inconvenient sequel? Did you guys happen to go check out the Al Gore film? I didn't, and I don't plan on watching it. But I will tell you, what's funny about this? I forget the movie. The movie. Did you know the movie was going to be? I knew the movie was going to be a bomb. Okay, but it's the significance of why it's a bomb. It's telling you everything you need to hear about this whole thing of climate change and the farce of it all. The reason why this movie bombed is because it doesn't have presidential support. Al Gore essentially had the power of the federal government behind his first movie. And so, in Inconvenient Truth, I believe that was the first movie, they said it made nearly $50 million. Now, here's what I'll tell you. That's a box office loser. But Al Gore made 50. He didn't make 50 million, but he kind of did because he didn't have any big actors for a documentary that's pretty good. So he makes $50 million. He wins an Oscar for this 2006 Oscar for this fluff, and global climate change takes off on steroids, because so America goes, so the rest of the world goes. So Barack Obama, Al Gore, they're all feasting over this green energy, making a ton of money. This movie, okay, so just let me give my producer. So $50 million on An Inconvenient Truth, number one. The sequel, which was titled, what? An Inconvenient Sequel, Truth to Power. Truth to Power. Power, play on words, like the power companies, the people that are holding you hostage with that black energy. But anyway, what do you think An Inconvenient Sequel made? Yeah, I ain't even gonna make y'all guess. It was $1 million. So 50 million, $1 million. Now, the movie may close out, let's say for the sake of discussion, it makes $5 million. But here's what's bad about this. This is the biggest thing. This is a catastrophe, right? Global climate change. We are supposed to be in fear for our lives. This is the Blair Witch Project, okay? Meets Jason, meets Alien, and the Predator. This is the worst thing. This is worse than war. It's worse than it all. And Al Gore makes his movie, and it makes $1 million. Folks, I cannot tell you how big of a disappointment this is. $1 million is a joke in Hollywood. That's a rounding error, as they say. Unbelievable. 15th spot at the box office. Have you ever, how far do you scroll down before you find a movie? Be honest. If I've looked at 6 movies, then I'm at the dollar theater. You know what I'm saying? You're already, well, maybe it's $1.50 now. I don't know what it is, but it used to be the dollar theater when I was growing up. But once I've looked through about the first 4 movies, I'm done. And he introduces this movie at a perfect time when people should be caring about it. Look, here's what I'm telling you. This is a sign that you're winning. An inconvenient truth is the inconvenient lie. It's the convenient lie. And it just goes to show you that without the government backing it, without all the liberal hoopla over it, etc., it cannot stand on its own. You're watching government go down the drain. Anyway, listen, I'm glad to be back. I'm tired. I ain't going to let that hold me back. Lots to talk about.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.